Tamara Brown and Evan Lazar coming to you from the 5th day of Patriots training camp and the first day of pads. Evan, a little housekeeping notes. What was the attendance like today?
Well, real football is back in Foxboro, and that's always exciting, but we look at attendance a little depleted on the offensive line for the Patriots today. No Trent Brown. We know Mike Onwenu is currently on the PUP list, and then unfortunately, which you hate to see, Cole Strange came up a little bit limp during a drill here today, didn't finish practice, so that will certainly be something that we'll monitor tomorrow to see if Cole Strange is back out there. One last note, Matthew Judon, non-participant here today, and Madre Stevenson also limited. So a couple really big names for the Patriots unfortunately didn't participate in the first padded session, but still plenty of takeaways.
Moving on from the attendance, one of the first things you can see when the pads come on is the running game. What's
Yes.
your take on it today?
Well, that's the big thing I've been waiting for, because the Patriots, they've stacked a lot of days together in the passing game. We've seen the master plan from Bill O'Brien in the air, through the air, but what about on the ground? And today we saw a little bit more of what Bill O'Brien has in store. I'm looking mainly though at those running backs, the second-year guys, Kevin Harris and Pierre. We saw a lot of those two with Ramondre limited, as I mentioned. Kevin Harris in particular, I think, has stood out through the first couple days. He slimmed down a little bit. He said he worked on a lot of running this offseason, a lot of conditioning. He's also working on his pass catching skills. We saw that yesterday when he caught a touchdown pass from Mac Jones, and today working with the top offense on the goal line. And I think if you're a Madre Stevenson fantasy owner, you're not going to want to hear this. But if there's one guy that's going to poach touchdowns from Madre Stevenson this season, it's going to be K. Harris. He's going to get a lot of goal line work. 225-pound battering ram. Went 2 for 4 on goal line here today, so still 50-50. We got to work on that a little bit, but I think you're seeing some progress out of that running game and some flashes of what's to come.
Now I want to get into the nitty-gritty, Evan. In the trenches, when you
Yes.
look at the offensive line and the defensive line, what stood out with those pads on today?
Well, I'll give you a couple offensive linemen off the top. Connor McDermott at right tackle, I think, was the best offensive lineman on the field for the Patriots today. His size, his ability to really set a sturdy anchor or move guys off the line of scrimmage, not exactly the most athletic, but I think he has that built power in his lower half, which you can really use for a lot of different things, but specifically being able to anchor against pass rushers, and then certainly in the running game, put him on a combination block with Mike Onwenu once he's healthy, and they're going to be able to move some people off the line of scrimmage. So I think a big thing with McDermott, came in last year, starting at a higher point this year, and right now he's my front runner, I would say, for the right tackle spot. And also kudos to Bill Murray, switching positions from the defensive line to the offensive line. He's been getting a lot of run at guard with Mike Onwenu, nursing or rehabbing that way back from that ankle injury. And Bill Murray's looked the part so far. Been a little bit shaky in pass protection, but run blocking, he's a mean guy. He likes to be physical, he likes to play through the whistle. I've been impressed with him so far.
Bill's been really impressed by him too. Evan Lazar and Tamara Brown will have more training camp coverage on the 2nd day of pads.